Camp Pendleton, California, September 1967. The Marine Corps base sits under brutal afternoon sun, heat radiating off concrete, dust in the air, the sound of drill sergeants yelling, boots marching. This is the real military, not Hollywood's version. Bruce Lee drives through the main gate in his Porsche. The guards recognize him, wave him through. He's here at the invitation of the base commander. A demonstration. Show the Marines some martial arts. Build morale. Cross-cultural exchange. But that's not until tomorrow. Today, he's just visiting, looking around, getting familiar with the base. He parks near the physical training facility. Large building, functional, no decoration, just purpose. Inside, the gym is massive. Basketball courts, weight room, boxing ring, heavy bags, speed bags, pull-up bars. Everything a Marine needs to stay combat ready. The place smells like sweat and determination. Bruce changes in the locker room. Black shorts, military-style t-shirt someone gave him. No shoes. He never trains in shoes. Starts warming up, stretching, moving, shadow boxing. A few Marines notice. Whisper. That's Bruce Lee, the kung fu guy from TV. The Green Hornet just started airing. He's becoming known. They watch but keep distance, respectful. Military discipline. Bruce works the heavy bag. Fast combinations, low kicks, high kicks, spinning techniques. The bag moves differently than when others hit it. Controlled violence. Precision. Each strike purposeful. He's completely focused. In his own world. Doesn't notice the gym filling up. More Marines filtering in. Word spreads fast on a military base. Bruce Lee is in the gym. Everyone wants to see, but nobody approaches. Military culture. Don't bother the civilian guest. Just watch. Learn. After 30 minutes, Bruce stops, drinks water, breathing hard but controlled. That's when he notices the audience. 20 Marines, watching from a respectful distance. He smiles, waves. They wave back. One Marine separates from the group, walks over. Tall guy, maybe 6'2", solid build, clean cut, professional bearing. Everything about him says career military. Mr. Lee? Voice is respectful, friendly. Yes? I'm Corporal James Sullivan. Just wanted to say I'm a big fan. Watched the Green Hornet premiere last week. Incredible stuff. Thank you. That's kind of you. No, sir, I mean it. What you do is incredible. The speed, the technique. It's nothing like what we learn here. Bruce nods, appreciates the compliment. What do you learn here? Combatives, basic hand-to-hand, enough to survive close quarters, but nothing like what you do. They talk, easy conversation. Sullivan is from Boston, joined the Marines at 18, been in 3 years, planning to make it a career. He's respectful, but not stiff, genuine. Bruce likes him immediately. You train martial arts? Bruce asks. A little. Mostly what they teach us here. Some boxing when I was younger. Nothing serious. You box? Used to. Long time ago. Show me your stance. Sullivan hesitates, then drops into a boxing stance. It's good. Really good. Weight distribution, perfect. Hands up. Chin down. This isn't amateur. Bruce sees it immediately. That's not a little boxing. That's real boxing. Sullivan smiles. I trained for a few years, before the Marines. Competitive? Some. He's being modest. Bruce can tell. They keep talking. 20 minutes pass. The other Marines drift away. Back to their workouts. It's just Bruce and Sullivan now. sitting on the edge of the boxing ring, talking about training, philosophy, life. Sullivan asks intelligent questions about Wing Chun, about Jeet Kune Do, about Bruce's approach to fighting. Bruce explains, enjoys having someone genuinely interested, someone who understands combat, not a fanboy, a fellow practitioner. You know, Bruce says, getting playful, we should test your boxing. Test it? Yeah, hit me, real punch. Let me see what you've got. Sullivan laughs, thinks Bruce is joking. I'm not going to hit you, Mr. Lee. Why not? Because you're a guest. Because I respect you. Because that would be inappropriate. Bruce stands, moves to the center of the ring, gestures for Sullivan to join him. Come on, I'm serious. One punch, hard as you can. I want to see real Marine Corps boxing. Sullivan shakes his head, still smiling, still thinking this is a game. Mr. Lee, I appreciate it, but are you refusing a direct challenge? Bruce is grinning now, teasing. Sullivan sees the playfulness, realizes Bruce actually wants this. You're serious? Completely serious. One punch, your best shot. I'll defend. If you hit me, you hit me. If I defend, I defend. Either way, we learn something. Sullivan considers. This is unusual. Civilians don't usually ask Marines to hit them, especially not famous ones. But Bruce seems genuine, seems to really want this. All right, but light contact. I don't want to No, full power, real punch. Otherwise, what's the point? Sullivan climbs into the ring. They face each other. Bruce bounces lightly. Hands up, ready. Sullivan drops into his stance. Still hesitant. Come on, Bruce encourages. Don't hold back. Show me what you've got. Sullivan throws a jab. Fast. Hard. Bruce slips it. Easy. That's not your best shot. I don't want to hurt you. You won't. Trust me. Real punch. Full commitment. Sullivan resets. Okay, if that's what he wants. He throws a cross. Full power. Proper boxing technique. Hips rotate. Shoulder behind it. Real punch. Bruce starts to slip, then stops. Lets it land. The punch catches him flush on the jaw. Clean. Hard. Proper boxing shot. Bruce's head snaps back. His knees buckle. He drops. Not knocked out, but dropped. Sits on the canvas, touching his jaw. Sullivan's face goes white. Oh my God. Mr. Lee, I'm so sorry. You said to. I didn't mean to. Are you okay? Bruce sits there for 5 seconds, testing his jaw, moving it side to side. Then he starts laughing. Really laughing. Looks up at Sullivan. That was a hell of a punch. I'm so sorry. You told me to, but I shouldn't have. No, that was perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Bruce stands, still laughing. Jaw is already swelling slightly. Going to bruise. Where did you learn to punch like that? Sullivan relaxes slightly. Sees Bruce isn't angry. Isn't hurt. Just impressed. I told you. I boxed a little. That's not a little. That's professional. Sullivan pauses. Decides to come clean. Okay, I boxed more than a little. I was New England Golden Gloves champion. 3 years running. Had 17 amateur fights. Won 15. Bruce stares at him. You're a Golden Gloves champion? Was past tense. That was before the Marines. And you didn't think to mention this? Sullivan shrugs, embarrassed. You didn't ask. And I didn't want to seem like I was bragging. You're Bruce Lee. I'm just a Marine who used to box. Bruce touches his jaw again, smiles. Just a Marine who punches like a truck. I really am sorry. You insisted. Don't apologize. That was a perfect punch. Technique, power, timing, all of it. That's the kind of punch that ends fights. They stand there, both breathing, both smiling, the tension broken. You know what this means? Bruce says. What? I owe you one. Owe me one what? You hit me. I get to hit you. That's fair, right? Sullivan's smile fades slightly. You want to hit me? Not want, need. For balance. You tested your boxing. Now I test my kung fu. Fair is fair. Sullivan considers. This is getting interesting. All right. How do you want to do this? Same rules. One strike. Full power. You defend however you want. If I hit you, I hit you. If you defend, you defend. They reset. This time, Bruce is the attacker. Sullivan raises his guard. Boxing stance. Hands protecting his face. Bruce circles. Studies. Looking for the opening. Sullivan watches carefully. Bruce feints. Tests the guard. Sullivan doesn't bite. Keeps his composure. Smart fighter. Experienced. Bruce feints again. This time Sullivan reacts. Slight movement. Bruce sees it. That's the tell. Bruce throws. Not a punch, a kick. Side kick. Aimed at Sullivan's face. Over the guard. Bypassing the hands entirely. The kick is fast. Really fast. Sullivan tries to pull back, almost makes it. The kick catches him on the chin. Not full power. Bruce pulled it slightly. But enough. Sullivan's head snaps back. He stumbles. Catches himself on the ropes. Touches his face. Shocked. What the hell was that? Side kick. You were watching my hands. Forgot about my feet. That was... I didn't even see it coming. That's the point. Sullivan stands there. Processing. His chin is going to bruise too. Match Bruce's jaw. They're even now. Both marked. Both tested. Both impressed. Bruce walks over. Extends his hand. We good? Sullivan takes it. Shakes firmly. We're good. That was incredible. I've never seen anyone move that fast. And I've never been hit that clean by a boxer. You've got real power. They sit on the canvas, backs against the ropes, both touching their faces, both grinning. I can't believe I just punched Bruce Lee, Sullivan says. I can't believe I didn't see it coming. That was a perfect shot. You told me to throw it. I did. And I'm glad you did. That was honest. That was real. No holding back. That's how you learn. They sit in comfortable silence. The gym continues around them. Marines working out. Nobody noticed the exchange. Too quick, too brief. Just looked like sparring. Can I ask you something? Sullivan says. Of course. Why did you want me to hit you? Really? Bruce thinks. Because I need to know what real punches feel like. I train every day. I practice techniques. I hit bags, hit pads, spar with students, but students pull their punches. Respect me too much. I needed someone who would actually hit me, really hit me. You gave me that. And the kick? Same reason. You needed to experience real technique, not choreographed, not pulled, real speed, real application. Now you know what Kung Fu actually feels like. Sullivan nods, understanding. It's different than I expected. How? Faster. The angle was completely unexpected. In boxing, everything comes straight. Your kick came from an angle I wasn't watching. That's the difference. Boxing is direct. Efficient. Powerful. Kung Fu uses angles. Deception. Different tools. Which is better? Neither. Both. Depends on the situation. Your punch dropped me. My kick caught you. Both worked. Both are valid. They talk for another hour, comparing styles, sharing techniques. Bruce shows Sullivan some Wing Chun principles. Trapping. Close-range work. Sullivan shows Bruce advanced boxing combinations, footwork patterns. They're both learning, both growing. Two fighters from different worlds, finding common ground. You should come back, Sullivan says. To the base? Yeah, not for the demonstration tomorrow. That'll be formal. Official. Come back after. Train with us, with me. Share what you know. Bruce likes the idea. You think the base commander would allow it? I'll ask, but I think he'd love it. Having Bruce Lee train Marines? That's recruiting gold. I'd enjoy that. Learning from you guys. Teaching what I know. Real exchange. We could set it up. Monthly, maybe. You come here. Work with whoever's interested. No cameras, no press. Just training. I like that. A lot. The next day, Bruce does his official demonstration. 300 Marines watching. He performs forms, breaks boards, demonstrates techniques with volunteers. It's impressive. Professional. But controlled. Safe. Exactly what the base commander wanted. Sullivan watches from the back. Knows this isn't the real Bruce. The real Bruce was yesterday, in the gym, getting punched, throwing kicks, testing himself, being honest. After the demonstration, before Bruce leaves, they meet privately. That was quite a show, Sullivan says. That was performance. Yesterday was training. I know. I could tell. I meant what I said, about coming back, training together. So did I. I'll set it up. Talk to the commander. Make it happen. They shake hands, not the formal handshake from the demonstration. The real handshake between fighters, between friends. Over the next 4 years, Bruce returns to Camp Pendleton regularly. Sometimes monthly, sometimes every few months. Depends on his schedule. The Green Hornet runs for 1 season, then gets cancelled. But Bruce is building something bigger. Teaching, writing, developing his philosophy. Each time he visits the base, he works with a small group. 20 to 30 Marines. Different guys rotating through. Word spreads throughout the Corps. The sessions become legendary. Bruce doesn't hold back. Doesn't perform. Teaches real technique. Tests real application. The Marines love it. They're used to training hard. Used to honest feedback. Bruce gives them both. Sullivan is there every time. Bruce's unofficial assistant, translator between military and civilian worlds. They become close friends. The kind forged through shared combat, shared respect, shared bruises. In early 1970, Sullivan's enlistment ends. He's offered promotion, chance to re-enlist, better pay, better assignment. He considers it seriously, talks to Bruce about it. They're having lunch near the base, small diner, no cameras, no press, just 2 friends. What should I do? Sullivan asks. Stay in or get out? Bruce thinks. What do you want to do? I don't know. The Marines are all I know. It's safe, predictable, but what? But I feel like there's something else out there, something I should be doing. Like what? I don't know. Maybe teaching, maybe training, maybe something with film. I watch what you do. How you bring martial arts to people, make it accessible. I think I could do something similar. For Marines, for military guys transitioning out. Bruce nods, understanding. You could do that. You're good with people, good teacher, patient, clear. You think so? I know so. I've watched you. The way you break down techniques for the other Marines, the way you bridge boxing and kung fu. You have a gift. Coming from you, that means a lot. I'm serious. If you want to get out, I'll help. Introduce you to people. Help you find work. But if you want to stay in, that's good too. There's honor in service. Sullivan makes his decision. Gets out. Moves to Los Angeles. Bruce helps him find work. Stunt coordinator, fight choreographer, military consultant for films. Sullivan's boxing background and military bearing make him valuable. He works steadily, makes good money, never becomes famous, doesn't want to, but he builds a good life, stays close with Bruce, trains at his school, still learning, still growing. By late 1970, Sullivan has his own small school, teaching martial arts to veterans, guys transitioning out of service, helping them find purpose, direction, community. Bruce visits sometimes. Guest teaches. No charge, no publicity, just helping his friend, helping veterans. The school grows. Word spreads. Sullivan's approach works, combining discipline of military with philosophy of martial arts, giving veterans structure without orders, purpose without war, community without uniform. It's needed. It's valuable. Bruce is proud. Proud of his friend. Proud of what they built together. Remember that first day? Bruce asks one evening. They're sitting in Sullivan's office, after class, late 1970. At Pendleton? Yeah, when I told you to punch me. Sullivan laughs, touches his chin, the faint scar from Bruce's kick still visible. How could I forget? I thought I'd be court-martialed. And I thought I could slip your punch. That was a good day. Best day. That's when I learned. Learned what? That getting hit is part of learning. That ego has no place in training. That real friendship comes from honest testing. They sit in comfortable silence. The kind only old friends share. Outside, traffic flows. Los Angeles living its life. But in here, in this moment, it's just two fighters, two friends, remembering, appreciating. Thank you, Sullivan says. For what? For that day, for punching me, for kicking me, for being honest, for being a friend. Thank you for hitting me hard enough to teach me something. They laugh, stand, shake hands, the same handshake from 1967, fighter to fighter, friend to friend, honest, real, true. That handshake means more than any trophy, any belt, any title. It's respect, pure, earned, permanent. In early 1971, Bruce gets exciting news. A film deal, real film, big budget, Hong Kong production, the big boss, his breakthrough. Finally, years of struggling in Hollywood, years of being told he's too Chinese, too different, too ethnic. Now Hong Kong wants him, wants to build films around him. He tells Sullivan over dinner, "This is it. This is what I've been waiting for." "When do you leave?" 2 months, we film in Thailand. 3 months of production. "I'm happy for you, Bruce. Really happy. You deserve this. I want you there." Sullivan looks surprised. "In Thailand?" "Yes, as my training partner. Keep me sharp. Keep me honest. You know me. You know how I work. I need someone I trust." "What about the film people? The stunt coordinators?" "They'll handle the choreography, but I need you for the real training. Early mornings, Late nights, keeping my technique sharp, being honest with me, that's what I need. Sullivan agrees. May 1971. They're in Thailand. Bruce filming The Big Boss. Sullivan is there every morning at 5. They train before the film crew arrives. Real training. Honest sparring. Sullivan pushes Bruce, doesn't let him coast. Doesn't let him on choreography. Keeps him real. Keeps him sharp. Bruce appreciates it. Needs it. The film is exhausting. Long days, demanding stunts, political pressures. But every morning, Sullivan is there. Reliable, consistent, honest. That grounding keeps Bruce focused, keeps him true to his philosophy. Even when making commercial films, even under pressure, the real work happens at 5 a.m., before cameras, before crew, just two fighters, testing each other, learning from each other, respecting each other. One morning, after a particularly intense session, they're cooling down, sitting outside the hotel. Bangkok sun rising. "You know what I realized?" Bruce says. "What?" "That day at Pendleton, when you punched me. That changed everything for me." "How?" "It taught me I don't know everything, that every style has value, that getting hit is necessary, that ego kills growth. Everything I'm doing now, this film, this career, this philosophy, it all traces back to that moment. One punch taught you all that? One honest punch, from a friend who respected me enough to really hit me. That's rare. That's valuable. That's what real martial arts is about." Sullivan understands. That moment in 1967 wasn't just about punching. It was about honesty, about respect, about the courage to test yourself, to be wrong, to learn, to grow. That's martial arts. Not the techniques, not the forms, the mindset, the willingness, the humility. Bruce taught him that, and Sullivan taught Bruce. Both teachers, both students, always. The Big Boss wraps in August 1971. Bruce returns to Hong Kong for post-production. Sullivan returns to Los Angeles, to his school, to his students, to the life Bruce helped him build. They stay in touch. Letters, phone calls, planning the next training session, the next challenge, the next honest test. In October 1971, Sullivan receives a package from Hong Kong. A letter from Bruce. He opens it. Inside, a photograph, black and white. The two of them. September 1967. Camp Pendleton Gym. Sitting on the canvas. Both touching their faces. Both smiling. Sullivan didn't know anyone took this picture. The letter reads, "My friend, this photo reminded me why I do what I do. Not for fame, not for money, for moments like this. Real connection, real testing, real friendship. Keep it. Remember that day. Remember what we learned. The punch, the kick, the laughter, the respect. That's what matters. Everything else is just noise. Your friend always, Bruce." Sullivan frames the photo, hangs it in his school, above the door. Every student sees it when they enter. Some ask about it. Sullivan tells them about Camp Pendleton, about the challenge, about the punch, about the kick, about what real training means, about honesty, about friendship, about respect. The photo becomes part of the school's identity, a reminder of what martial arts should be. Not competition, not ego, connection, growth, truth. Years later, Sullivan teaches his students about that day. When they ask about Bruce Lee, about real training, about honest testing, "Bruce Lee told me to punch him, full power. I was a Golden Gloves champion. I hit him as hard as I could. Dropped him. Know what he did? The students always lean in. He laughed. Then he kicked me in the face. Then we became friends. That's what real training looks like. No ego, no fear, just honest testing. That's what he taught me, not kung fu, not techniques. Honesty. That's the real lesson. The story becomes part of Camp Pendleton lore. The day Bruce Lee got punched by a Marine. The day Bruce kicked a Marine. The day two fighters found respect. Not through posturing, not through reputation, through honest combat, through real testing, through the willingness to be hit, to be humbled, to learn. September 1967 to August 1971. 4 years. Camp Pendleton to Thailand. A Marine and a martial artist. Both fighters. Both students. Both teachers. Both honest. One punch. One kick. Lifelong friendship. That's the real story. Not the fame, not the films, the moment. The honesty. The friendship. That's what matters. That's what lasts. That's truth.